emailed you like 2 minutes ago and you're at my door. This is fantastic. Hey, I'm glad you're here. I wanted to go over a couple of things with American Motorcycle Rally. This is my office in AMR. We got a few offices around here. Oh, hold on. Let me get you a chair so you can sit down and you can be comfortable. Hang on 1 second. There you go. Go ahead and have a seat. Let me get you a cold drink here real quick. And let's get started. What I did was, I have a map up I want to go over, and I've been talking to a number of you about the terms and conditions and how we've changed a few things. That was based on our AMA sanctioning, so it's kind of cool. We're applying for our sanctioning this week. Our charter has been accepted, as everybody already knows. And, well, let's just get right to it. What we're doing is, this is a points-based rally. So, meaning that in between a start and a finish, there will be multiple pit stops. Each one of those pit stops is worth 1,000 points. Whoever gets the most points wins. Pretty simple, right? In the beginning, what we were going to do is have people text us pictures of the pit stops and everything. We've changed that. It's much better, much more efficient now, so check this out. Alright, you know what? Since I'm already on it, why don't you come on over here and take a look at my laptop. If your eyes are as bad as mine, I'm going to get you in there as close as I can. So, let's sit you right here. And make a couple adjustments here. There we go. You ought to be able to see that very well. Okay. Now this is just an example. Excuse me. We're leaving on Wednesday, June 23rd from AD Faro North Star in Sunbury, Ohio. It's just north of Columbus right there. I will also, just to enlighten you, I'm going to shoot another video later on this week. There's 18 acres up there, so a lot of people are not familiar with AD Faro, and I want to show you the facility. I want to show you the grounds and how it's going to be set up and everything. So we leave at 6 a.m. on June 13th. The whole rally's over by June 23rd. Let's say, again, this is an example. Your second checkpoint is in Winchester, Virginia. Alright? This would be the preferred route that I would give you. It's all 2-lane. Okay? You can route yourself however you want to go. So if you want to zip out 70 and down 77, you know, I mean, obviously this is all 65 mile an hour speed zones and this is 55. What you can do is, I'll give you the preferred route, and we'll distribute that on the writers meeting the night before the rally begins. And as you can see, these yellow highlighted areas right here, these are all pit stops, okay, or points of interest. Let's say, for example, you guys have heard about the big the round ball of yarn of twine, whatever it is. But anyhow, I don't even know where it's at. But that would be a point of interest, okay? So, there's 10 of them on this particular leg right here. There's no way that you can start from 6 a.m. From the starting until the time that you're supposed to be in Winchester, Virginia. And let's just say that's 6 a.m. the following day. For you to get all these points of interest, plus arrive in Winchester, Virginia at that time frame, you would be late, okay? You need to be there by the time that I give you. If you're late, how does that work? Well, those are called penalties. If you leave here at 6 a.m., and you get here at 6:01 a.m. the following day, you're penalized 500 points. For every half hour that you're late to the next checkpoint, you're penalized 500 points. So if it's 6:01 or 6:29, it's 500 points. 6:31 to 6:59, that would be 1,000 points, and thereon, you understand. So 500 points for every half an hour that you're late to your next checkpoint. Okay, what if I get there early, Jimmy? Alright, well, if you're in Winchester, let's say the arrival time is 6 a.m. that I gave you, and you get there anywhere 2 hours before or right at the time frame, there's no penalty, okay? So if you got there at 4 a.m. and you're comfortable with all the points that you gathered, and you got there at 4 a.m., you're there at 4 a.m., there's no penalties. If you're there at 3:59 a.m., it's a 500 point penalty, okay? So every half hour prior to, it's a 500 point penalty. But all the checkpoint arrival times that I give you, your grace period is 2 hours before and up until that time. All right. Figures my computer would do that. Okay. I think we've covered all of that. Each leg will be set up the same way. By the end of this week, I will have all the checkpoints up. We should have them on the website as well, because we want to get some leg riders in there too. By the way, the leg riders are only $200. That's it, and that money goes straight to charity. It does not go to AMR. It does not go to the purse. It goes straight to charity. So, again, 6 a.m. is the start time. 6 a.m. is the arrival time. Pure example here, okay? And you have all your pit stops in between. You can route yourself to whichever pit stops that you want, and each one of them are worth 1,000 points. We're making it very simple. Now, the thing that I wanted to explain to you of how we're making this easier to calculate is this. When you get to a pit stop, I need you to ride within 15 feet of that pit stop, okay? Because the GPS tracking device from Aero Tracking out of Scottsdale, Arizona, Chris Hines, who we deal with, he's picking you up and he's also calculating each one of your stops. Is that not cool? So when you pull up, we need you to sit there for 60 seconds so that we make sure that you get pinged by the satellite and you take off. Now, as a backup, what I'm asking all the riders to do that are in this for the money, and this is on you, okay, it's not a requirement, but it's definitely on you, and I would do this, is carry a digital camera. So when you go to a pit stop, this one's in St. Mary's, West Virginia right here. When you go to the pit stop and you're outside of the pit stop where you're supposed to be, the point of interest, and you're within 15 feet of that, sit there for 60 seconds, take a picture with your digital camera, and that will be your secondary means of verification. So the first is GPS and the second is your digital camera. And at the riders meeting, what we will do is we will make sure that all the times and date stamps are correct. Okay? So I think that covers about that. Here, why don't we go back to your seat real quick, because we may have two parts to this. This is kind of long and I want to make sure that I get everything correct here. Let me see. How about this? How about we just stop right now, because the videos get too long when I'm talking to people, and we'll just go ahead and stop this one and we'll start on the next one. This is part 1 and we're going to go on to part 2 here in a second.